Wanted to put together a quick video on my FPV rig for my DJI Phantom. What I've got on here right now is working very well. I've got a few flights on it and things are great. I'm really enjoying FPV. It's awesome. Had some rough go around with my GoPro, but we got that smoothed out. My GoPro was freezing up during flight, and found out that I needed to reformat the SD card, and that's easy to do. You just go to your trash can and there's a setting there for reformat, and that stops the video freeze. Anyway, back to the FPV setup. I'm not an expert. I've got a couple of buddies that really helped me out and pointed me in the right direction, and I'm going to show you what I'm using. First of all, you need to of course get yourself a GoPro, and you're going to need a transmitter to transmit the signal from your GoPro over to a some type of receiver equipment. I've chosen to go with the Fat Shark Dominator goggles. You can use a monitor if you want. These work for me, and we'll talk about this in a second. But so your GoPro sends the signal right here through your transmitter over to the goggles, and this is a 5.8 gig system, and this is a 600 milliwatt transmitter, which is pretty powerful. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to install your transmitter, and I have bought this little carbon plate for the FPV gear, and we mounted our transmitter right here. And I read on one of the forum threads that your antenna needs to be in a downward position for this particular machine. I did try it up, and I did get some breaks in my video feed, so apparently down is the right angle. This is the exact transmitter that I have right here. What I've done is I've removed this antenna, which is a dipole antenna, and replaced it with the SpiroNet antenna by Fat Shark. And it's my understanding that this is a circular radius antenna, and you're going to get a better range using this, and whereas this one is more of a line of sight type setup. It's the way it was explained to me, so hopefully I'm right. Then the next thing you're going to do here is you need to get power to your transmitter. So you take one of these little 2S, 3S balanced power leads, and this clips in right here, which you can see right here at the bottom of the transmitter, and I've just run the wire over the top, and I have it sitting right here. And what you do is when you take your flight pack and you slide it in here, you connect this right here, and it powers up your transmitter, and then you connect your flight pack, and off you go. Makes it really, really easy. I'm still getting 5+ minute flights on the 2200. I'm going to try the 2500. And the next part of the puzzle here is you need this cable. Okay, and this cable is plug and play. It plugs into the wide port right here on the transmitter. And I've just run it right down here with some servo tape, and then you put your mount on here, and that angle plugs right into the side of your GoPro. And you always want to turn your video equipment on first. Thanks Bay Area for letting me know that, or you'll fry stuff out. And I'm sorry, you want to make sure your antenna's connected, and then power it up. And you do power up your video system before you power up your flight system. And this will come on, you'll get your video feed once you turn the GoPro on. Now, a couple of things about my GoPro. I've added a lens protector. I got this off of eBay. It's $14.99, and from everything I've read, when you crash and you're not using the skeleton case, you risk scratching that lens, and when you do, you're hurting. So I bought this and installed it, and have done some tests, and none of this is viewable in your field of vision, so that's good. And then with the mount that came with it, I had to modify it just a little tiny bit. I put some foam in here to help against vibration, and this snugs up here, and let's see here, I had to Dremel a curve here to allow it to fit with this lens protector on, and then it mounts right up. Then you've got your cable plugged into the side right here, and you connect your battery pack, and off you go. Now the unit that I'm using here are the Fat Shark Dominator goggles, and they run off a 7.4 pack. You plug them into the side and connect your antennas and turn them on, and you're good to go. And just click a couple of channels till you see that it comes in. These antennas come as a matched set for your TX and your RX. The longer one goes on your goggles, your shorter one goes on your transmitter down here, and they're matched. This is my first step out into FPV. This system's working really good. So far I've only dared to go out probably 400 yards, and I'm not having any problems. I am flying in an area that's pretty much, you know, an open field, but this weekend I'm going to get out there and push my range just a little bit and see how we do. All in all, I'm really happy with the system. In these particular goggles, I can line out right here and go to a base station, and that's coming soon. As you expand and want to get a little bit more to your range, you're going to want to probably lose that 5.8 frequency. Anyway, I'm not an expert, guys. I'm learning, and I wanted to share this with you guys while it's fresh on my mind, so hopefully you guys can take advantage of FPV. It changes quad flying to a whole new level. It is so much more fun than flying third person. You do so much more, and probably the closest thing to flying in a jet or in an airplane or a chopper that you could really get. Anyway, the system's working good. If anybody has any questions, I'll try to answer them, or I'll ask the guys that are helping me. Thanks. See you.